man. Money. You know, money. We all need it, but some of us just want it. And the ones that need it are the ones that earn it. The ones that want it, they'll do anything to get it, and they'll say anything. So I wrote down a list, and this topic is about people constantly asking for money. And I know a lot of us can relate to that. So I came up with all of these categories over the years that first things first is you have bills. Your bills come first. Bills mean you have responsibility. Also means you have your shit together. When I was 18, I went to one of Coach Carter's seminars, and this was after the movie came out. And he said, we were broke. We were never poor. So that means you do pay your bills. You have your shit together. So it shows how responsible you are. Now, these other ones, they try to get money when they can, from wherever they can, from whoever they can. And they get really creative at asking for money. They'll get really creative, but they would never bust ass like the rest of us. And let's talk about Cash App. I like to call it the digital panhandling. And since this app came out, I have only met 2 people that I work with that use Cash App. And I've told them, you know what? You guys are the only 2 I ever met that use Cash App and are employed. Everyone else, they try to make it sound good. Hey, can you send me $10 on Cash App? I don't do Cash App. I don't try to do anything like that because I heard so many bad things about that thing since it started. And I do not like to keep all my eggs in one basket. So that's what Cash App to me is, digital panhandling. The panhandlers have evolved and they hit my inbox up. It's funny because I ought to start recording and documenting this and screenshot all the people that ask for money, because it has been happening to me my whole life now. So I hope after this video, this shit stops. You know what would be a change though is if they actually paid me back. And we all lend money to somebody, and we all have been there. You feeling generous, and it goes back to when I was in high school in California. A lot of us natives, our tribe does not get money. We don't get per cap. And I was surprised that our tribe sent us money over there to get school supplies and all that. Fucking, we got like over $220, and a lot of us, even other fellow Lakotas, would say, man, I was just feeling generous. You know how it is. You feel generous, so you lend people money. Man, motherfuckers come up with all kinds of excuses once they get money. And they're selective on who they want to pay back. And people like that lose my respect. And even in Job Corps, I'll lend people just $1, and they dodge me. And if you confront them, they're like, for real, bro, it's just $1. You're tripping on $1. Well, I also had people that dodged me for, a quarter. And sometimes it's just too much for them, but they all want to act like they're flashy. And here's another tactic that they like to use. And I'm putting game on a younger generation because I don't want you all to go through what I went through. It's like the money haunts you, like the money you could have had, it haunts you because you lend it out. But they like to say, you're the only one. I don't know why. They say, you're the only one that helps me. And I've heard that so many times. And when you actually do fall for it, lend them money, now they want to party. They want to turn up, All of a sudden they have a lot of friends, but somehow you're the only one, right? Starting to fucking feel like I'm Melissa Everidge now. I hear that shit so much. And one time I was like, when I actually needed to borrow money, I realized all the people I know are the ones that are always asking me for money. So, you gotta change your friends. Now, here's another tactic they like to use. They try to relate. So if you're struggling right now, because we all are, they try to relate too. But they act like their situation is more important than yours. Don't fall for that shit. Because when's the last time you've seen these motherfuckers hold down a job, huh? There are some friends that I helped get a job. And some, I literally filled out their fucking application because they didn't know how to spell their name. They don't know their address. Okay, I'll do this. I'll hand it in. You literally got to push them to the job site, fuck. And then they make you look bad because they quit. But they always say, oh man, I'm trying to be like you. So you always got to, what I came up with the tactic is try to outdo them in sounding pitiful. If they say something, just say, "Oh well, yeah, I'm having it hard too, man. Yeah." So only time they talk to me is when they want money, and I miss those days when I was in high school, when I had friends and we were all broke, but we just hung out. We were all broke and bored together. I miss those days. That's the only time somebody calls me brother, bro, cousin. It's the only time they acknowledge you like that is when they want money. It's sad, but and then you give into it. It's all thanks, and then all of a sudden, what? You ain't no bro no more. You ain't no cousin. You ain't these titles. They dodge you. So another thing is, everywhere you go, people are asking you for money. It doesn't even you have to be people you know. You got online people, scammers. If it ain't that, it's that fucking OnlyFans shit. You know, they always hit your inbox. I see
Of
all of
course,
these links.
man. That's the only
And
reason
when I
why
started
I
doing
come on.
YouTube, you know, I wanted my views to get up, but I realized, okay, I got people asking me for money, and I have YouTube. How can I use this? I know damn well they don't want to watch my videos, so I always use that. Well, fuck it, you don't subscribe, you don't like. All of a sudden, they're sending me screenshots. I subscribed, I watched it. So now all of a sudden they're telling me, oh, I watched your new video, bro. And I'm like, I really don't give a shit. So people are always asking you for money everywhere you go, right? This is the reason why I don't like to answer my phone anymore. And I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people, they send texts, but you get an unknown call. I don't know them. It could be some scammer, some robocall. So everywhere you go, like there's a thing called a personality class. I had a couple friends that actually worked in the bank. They said, you have to take a personality class and you got to learn to deal with people. Even when you're yelling in the face, you just got to smile. So keep that in mind though, because insurance salesmen do too. When they have that charm, they took a personality class. And at some point you wanted to fucking feel sorry for them. Because, all right, they did all this talking for me. I feel bad if I don't buy from them. And that's how my sister got fucking sucked into buying a vacuum for over like $1,600. I'm like, fuck. What was it worth it? No, but it's like, think of people as a vampire, right? Don't invite them in, right? Because they will suck you dry. You know, they'll suck you, and it's not in a good way. They fucking suck you physically, mentally, and emotionally. And people knock on your doors always trying to sell you shit. And if that ain't the case, it's November now, so you know what time that is. When you walk to the store, you start hearing that little bell ring.
We need a donation.
So I'm just putting game on everyone, and especially for the younger generation, your early 20s, don't fall for this shit. You'll save yourself a lot of stress and trouble. Don't be Captain Save-A-Ho. You're not fucking Santa Claus. You know, don't be trying to make everyone's wish come true, make life easier, especially if they ain't making your life any easier. Because at the end of the day, you need a mental break. Now, people don't realize, they don't know, they don't care about all your mental health, because you think of how much you worked for your money, right? When your boss decides to be a narcissistic asshole and takes it out on you, and you're thinking, should I quit this job? Where am I going to get another job? And then you get your check, and then somebody comes and asks you for that money, and they always have different amounts. Oh man, it's just fucking exhausting, mentally exhausting. So you got to keep that in mind.